GHF 111111 says Snippy. He's probably laughing at the Burgundians pick here. Burgundians versus Aztecs. Come on, man. You can't blame people for wanting to try Burgundians, though. They received a buff recently, giving their already one age earlier economy technologies a food discount. 50% less food for double attacks, horse collar, wheelbarrow, etc., etc. So I'm going to pay attention to Johnnash here and see how he plays it. Snippy playing as the Aztecs here. Snippy, Snippy, Snippy. What happened to your scouts, man? Have you got no Eagle Scouts here? Nice little penis-shaped gold in the back here. T-shaped, sorry. And but yeah, Burgundians versus Aztecs here. Aztecs don't have access to Halberdier, but they do have Garland Wars, giving their infantry +5 attack. That's a unique tech. And Burgundians, they don't have bloodlines, so their cavalry, even their paladins, are nothing special, lacking that crucial upgrade for cavalry play. But they do have access to Cavalier in the Castle Age, and will also have price stable techs, so they can get to paladins nice and early if they want to. I have to say I favor Aztecs here, though. Aztecs start with +50 gold, have a very strong bolt and rush and man-at-arms openings if they want to go for either of those. And should be able to punish Burgundians early on here. That said, Burgundians with those cheaper ecotechs will have a very smooth men-at-arms into archers play themselves. With those earlier and cheaper ecotechs, and then to follow that up with cavalry in the Castle Age maybe. Very excited to see how this plays out. So it looks like Johnnash is thinking about some early walls. Ooh, that's scary. Snippy is on point here with the Eagle Scout. He might get a big villager pick off here. Snippy! Snippy, come on, man. That's a free kill. Oh, this is it. Oh, this guy is dead meat. He's dead. Rip. Okay, maybe he'll actually make it. He'll make it back home. What? Yeah, he's gonna make it. Okay. Fair play award to Snippy for not taking that engagement straight away. We are with the mill, so it's definitely not going to be a pre-milled rush here, but Snippy might have men-at-arms in mind here. He has 4 on wood, which would indicate infantry play. Whereas Johnnash is playing a cavalry sim, so he's probably gonna, even against a massive here, he might play scouts, but the resource setups are comparable here as well. I believe Johnnash went into an early loom here because of that. No, not really. It's just with slightly more idle time here, as Snippy just roams around here gathering important intel. Johnnash hasn't quite found Snippy yet, expecting to find him over here, but at 2-tile gold, that should be a giveaway that you won't find any enemy there. You'll need to scout somewhere else. There it is, Snippy indeed. Snippy is a solid player though, he broke 1400 not too long ago. So I'd say me and him are somewhat at the same level. I do like hybrid maps more than Snippy does though. Looks like it's going to be the Burgundial Turtle style play here. Using gold as part of the wall. Could do that now that the main gold is nice in the back here for Johnnash. Wall here, wall front side, maybe even more locally, closer to TC. And you should be fairly safe from any early aggression. Barracks is up for Snippy, 2 on gold. Feudal Age right around the corner. Should mean a 22 pop men-at-arms here for the Aztecs. Oh, missing 11. Who has to force drop some from the berries? There we go. Tiny bit of idle TC time, but they are sharing that idle TC stats amongst them here. 3 on gold actually with the Aztecs. This could be a significant men-at-arms play here, as Johnnash is also dropping in barracks. while still in the Dark Age here. Is this seriously a wall-up past castle play by Johnnash? Not even a drush against Aztecs and a straight past castle. Please, oh please don't say that he's gonna get away with that. It does have the map for it, I have to say. But oof. So boring when people do that. Snippy is on point with the Eagle Scout to prevent some walling here though, and will know maybe or figure out that there's an opening to the back as well. The militia are moving forward, angry housewives, as we also call them on my channel. 3 of them, could even make a 4th one if Snippy wants to, but 3 should be just fine as long as there aren't walls in place. Johnnash scout with more hit points here though is going to win that fight, I think. That's close, but Snippy gets away with plus 2 HP. Tries to engage against the villager. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but the militia will be here in time. Men-at-arms on the way, and this should obstruct Johnnash's plans here. What's the plan here in the feudal age? 25 villagers. Double bit axe on the way. I think Johnnash is going a bit too greedy here, but we'll see. Quick walls on the gold. 3 on gold. Could indicate straight archers as well, which would be decent against to deal with the men-at-arms. Probably to be followed up by archers here. And Snippy is my kind of guy. Yeah, hasn't even begun full walling his place. This is the way we should play. Double ranges for Snippy. Might be met with 1 range mainly skirms by the Burgundians here. Oh, Snippy breaks through near the mill here. We'll probably get a villager kill or 2 now because of this. Johnnash will have to delete all the quick walls, but the man-at-arm is blocking there. The villagers are fighting back, I think, but it's not going to be enough. Even a house will need to be deleted there for Johnnash to escape. 2 villagers down. Men-at-arms might come to an end as well, but the backside here is still open. So if Snippy is aware of that, that might be a point of entry for the archers forward. 3 HP left for the men-at-arms, but they've caused some serious discomfort here. Let's see for the archers. Snippy with both ranges producing 4 archers out now. Could hit a little bit of this woodline, but still, until Johnnash can fully wall this side, yeah, it's gonna plug the gap there now. It's amazing how the Burgundians' eco is still ahead now after losing 2 villagers to this men-at-arms forward, causing of course some idleness dying for Snippy with all the army management forward, but it's not easy to wall out archers either. Here's the stable for Johnnash, 500 foot away from that Castle Age transition now. Horse collar probably in well ahead of most of the farms here, so they are going to last a while still. And Snippy will need to follow up now. Here he comes. Johnnash with embark there, which will of course act as a wall to keep the archers out, but Snippy could still try and break through here. Fletching is not in. Does Snippy have a blacksmith? Yeah. Fletching, please. Or villagers. Some spearmen joining the party as well, that's nice. Considering that Johnnash being a cavalry seal will be investing into cavalry as the game moves on. Snippy with the army lead, of course, 10-0 for now. Johnnash not really planning to go for any army until the Castle Age. And look at once the market is up, could actually buy his way to the Castle Age here if need be. But for the time being, the aggression is being kept nicely out, walling behind here with a palisade gate as well. Ooh, but that's being contested by the archers. It will be going up, I think, though. Meanwhile, Johnnash is dropping the second stable also as kind of a part of the wall here. That should be an indication for Snippy that Johnnash might be up here, and Snippy might want to consider pulling the armies back towards safety. Base fairly open here for Snippy. Couple of idlers here and there, but some Burgundians early Castle Age Knights here could cause some trouble for the Aztecs back home now. Archers have broken through the palisade wall though. They should easily be able to break through the palisade gate as well. And then what does Johnnash do? He's 1.5 minutes to go to Castle Age still. Will be able to pump out maybe 2 or 3 knights, but they won't be having any +2 defense. Snippy with a few large armies, but with the numbers here, could still, with this mass of archers and a couple of spears mixed in, take great fights against the Burgundians that don't even have bloodlines for the cavalry. Only 1 gold for Johnnash to take. Nice kick house there to path the archers towards TC, but this tower is going to cost. The archers could still sit underneath the tower once it goes up as well, and this is going to cost Johnnash quite a few villagers. Look at the eco KD, 7-0. 9. Almost 10 kills there. Snippy just sit under the tower. Just keep Johnnash off the gold here. Stay close enough to the tower for the tower not to take out your armies. There's the castle for Johnnash. Will be pumping out double stable knights. Going straight for the cavalier. That's funny. That's competent. After losing 11 villagers like that, this doesn't look good for Johnnash, I have to say. 3 spearmen here as well. And the cavalier will have 120 hit points, but they need to become Cavalier first, and that's 1 minute away. Using 1 stable to take Cavalier now, that doesn't make sense to me, although it's kind of the equivalent of Bloodlines for Burgundians. It takes longer, obviously. First defense is in, but with still 8 Good archers out and some spears here. Snippy is well played by Snippy. He's keeping Johnnash completely off gold here. Keeps the spearmen close to the archers as well, so the knights can't easily engage here. This is New Burgundians. This is post-patch. Cavalier is in, and Johnnash dives in to take the fight, but the setback is with 11 villagers down. And still, Snippy with 4 minutes, 16 seconds idle peace time doesn't have as much of a villager lead here as should be. 5 Cavalier now for Johnnash, so somehow we must have used the market here, I think, Johnnash, to justify the gold cost for these Cavalier. Only +1 defense though, but wide open. Now it might be Snippy's turn to lose some numbers here before Castle Age and crossbow is an option. Oh, that one. Kingslayer. Indeed. Oh, I thought we had a different command for you. Excuses, Dennis. Cavalier raids here, but they won't accomplish much even against spearmen here. Remember, they only have they don't have bloodlines, so they have 12+0 attack, but they have the hit points equivalent of Castle Age regular knights. So in small masses, they won't be doing much here. You're abusing Nightbot, Dennis. You need to cool down a bit. I think there's a 5-second cooldown between the commands or something. Johnnash not joking around here. Forward Siege Workshop. To punish Snippy's archers investment here. That seems to be decent here. Crossbow now on the way in, but you want to get pikemen as well. There it is, on the way. The forward villager should be going down here. Let's see, Scorpions. I like that call from Johnnash. It's cheaper, and you can still fight if the units are close like this. You can get some juicy Scorpion hits in here. But Still have to favor Snippy here. He's managed to kill 11 villagers, has a positive, negative KD actually, but positive eco KD here. Tiny villager lead. Wheelbarrow is in. It's not the case for Johnnash. Why break in here though? Is this too close to the TC? Is that the idea? Too close to the production? Palisade gates go down a lot more quickly. Double walling is a war crime, yes. Look at Snippy. Snippy is our guy. That is. It's 26.5 minutes and it's still not fully walled. As the way it should be. 3 scorpions now. Could be scary for Snippy here. He'll need something to deal with that. That's just a matter of adding a few eagle scouts though, and you should be, preferably eagle warriors, and should melt the siege. Pikes moving in close here to poke at the scorpions, but it's going to take them a while. But at the very least, abusing that minimum distance. Oh, so many great engagement by Johnnash here. Is Johnnash going to recover here? Literally just clean up the whole of Snippy's forward, forcing Snippy to mass up more numbers before engaging again here. 38 to 33 villagers, wheelbarrow. Yeah, it's roughly a 10 villager lead for Snippy by now. Idle TC time, similar between the players. Scorpions equals most underrated unit. Might be onto something. Nice, Arsak. Arena, my favorite map, huh? The only map that matters. That is a matter of perspective, my friends. I only like Arena when I get to boom like a madman in team games. And overrun the enemy. That's the only time I like Arena. Alright, 43 villagers to 38, still wheelbarrow versus no wheelbarrow here. Why wouldn't you get wheelbarrow with Progrendence? It's so cheap anyway. 6 cavaliers, 4 scorpions, so cavalry scorpion play here. Extending the economy with the TC on the gold as well. Snippy has kind of lost his momentum here now, still though keeping that military lead. No sign of a university for ballistics yet. The wood doesn't really warrant that. Let's see if it's enough though. Snippy is still missing a response to the scorpions here. Could easily have gone for some eagle warriors here, I think. Pike should be doing some decent work here. They're focusing on one scorpion. The crossbows will handle the Akkal-AOE cavalier here, but Snippy now allowing the scorpions to fire from behind there. Probably wants to prioritize the cavalry first and then pull away the crossbows and use melee units to deal with the scorpions here. 19 crossbows, 3 cavaliers only for Johnnash here. Neither player with a significant eco advantage here, as Snippy goes for some defensive siege here as well. I don't know, TC. I think it's time to garrison Snippy. And still no ballistics for the archers, as we can see. Aztecs also don't get Thumbring, which is kind of a setback for their archers' play against cavalry, specifically because that faster firing rate makes a big difference there. Where are the eagles? So the eagles shred siege. They even contest Akkal-AOE cavalry pretty decently if you have fully upgraded eagle warriors in the Akkal-AOE. Nice dodge, Snippy. production capabilities might be going down here, but Snippy might have other things in mind as well, since it doesn't seem to worry too much about the range going down there. Cavalier diving in to try and snipe the Mangonel there, and Johnnash might get a good hit in. No, Snippy realizes, pulls away the Scorpions, the crossbows, so as not to take any unnecessary risk here. No ballistics indeed. No university, I think. So slowly but steadily, Johnnash is being allowed back into the game here by Snippy. Johnnash with 80 military to 23 now, but Night Siege working very well against Snippy's current army combination. Of course, Snippy would be taking beautiful fights if ballistics were in here, but that's not the case. We have 3 Mangonels eating Snippy's TC now, and this is beginning to resemble a throw for Snippy here, given that early start to so many eco killed, but Johnnash has even out the odds and more now, killing 24 villagers total. And people used to say Aztecs are top tier, Burgundy's shit tier. It's a matter of how you play them as well, over that one. Snippy had all the chance in the world to win this game, but the Men-at-Arms follow-up wasn't good enough. Good dodge though. You know me, I go Cav Archers. We should actually have a command for your comment about Aztecs Cav Archers. Okay, that one. But maybe that's too not suited for work for a even for a Twitch channel. Yeah, not the Frank's covers. I was more thinking about the. I was more thinking about the one time you wrote in the WhatsApp group than this, but maybe I shouldn't say. Yeah, exactly, exactly. The one says, "My sex life is like Aztec Cow Archers." Go figure. You want it to exist, but there's a but. But it doesn't. Looks like Johnnash is going to pull off a Burgundians win against Aztecs on Arabia here. That's no joke. Snippy is running out of gold, is running out of stone, is floating lots of wood, is not able to do much here. 44 villagers to 31, and the Eco KD is a whooping 61 to 11 for Johnnash here. He is dominating with Burgundians at this point. Yikes. This Snippy game is giving me first game of the day vibes, I have to say. Also a great opening, but then failing to close it out. Something I can relate to, of course. Johnnash is... Well, the score is ridiculously similar though. Why is the score so similar? I don't understand. Snippy is down, yeah, has lost 3 times as many units as Johnnash, and lost lots of economy as well. Johnnash just keeps investing into eco here, has 2 TCs running, but not really producing villagers, just focusing on army, wants to make a get out of my game castle here by the looks of it, taking Snippy's stone to get it up. Snippy needs some monks in the mix. Yeah, Aztecs monks are awesome, so they should have definitely been on the field as well. Redemption monks against the siege, for example, or simply converting the cavalier to deal with the siege. Offensive mining camp indeed. Both using the markets here, Snippy trying to re-establish some eco here. Johnnash, if he can get the castle up at the proper spot, that's probably going to be the game-ending move here. Snippy won't be able to easily stop that. We'll give Snippy that for the gold spot, so gold here, the only decent gold was the main gold in the back here, so not an ideal starting point for Archer's play. Then again, the Men-at-Arms did kill 6 villagers with counter throw. Yeah, it almost looks like it by now, but these guys are having some serious idle TC times in the middle of all the fighting here. I can relate, I always have it myself. But now it's Johnnash down to 2 military, Snippy at 12. What is this game? I have several casting games sessions planned over that one, but I think the first one is after the mid-ELO tourneys game here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to check my own schedule. Yeah, I actually said casting random games on the ladder, but I think we're just gonna go with casting submissions instead. That's more fun if people are in the chat to watch their own games. Here comes the forward castle of Johnnash, but why on the stone though? Why not on the gold over here? Johnnash placing the castle where he can. It might even be denied by the pikes and crossbows of Snippy here, because the cavalry are running straight into the pikes, but at least the scorpions are doing work here, but the crossbows will be sniping some villagers here. When you start with the Hidden Cup games, that's later tonight, after the show match. Johnnash with the counter throw. Wow. Just wow. Quitting the game at a comparable eco. And twice the KD. And granted, behind in eco, but... wow. What happened here? Congrats, Snippy, I guess. As this just OP. Okay, that failed castle ended the game, apparently. Military scored that even with this kind of KD for Johnnash. Army high for Snippy. Crossbow pike working out in the end, I guess. Economy. Snippy probably couldn't believe his eyes on this GD here. Slightly more eco for Snippy. Technology situation shows faster feudal, slower castle for Snippy. 5 minutes slower castle age. That's a lot. Oh well, we'll be going to game 2. We'll be going to Johnnash's home map. And let's see what they'll bring us for that one. Game 2 on Cup. Let's hope this works. Yeah, there's been some issues with the recent patch and the Hidden Cup maps. But here they go. We have Cup. We have Bulgarians versus Japanese here. Interesting. I haven't seen Bulgarians on Cup before. But why not? They have instant men-at-arms, whereas Japanese have to tech men-at-arms, but Japanese at least gets the faster attacking infantry in the feudal age. So Japanese effectively have stronger infantry than the Bulgarians, at least until Bulgarians can get to the Imperial Age and get Bagains, but then again, Japanese will still have champions attacking faster, so I think the Japanese overall have stronger infantry than the Bulgarians. Battle of the infantry civilizations here, but Japanese, they also have the advantage of stronger fishing ships, faster working fishing ships. So we'll see. I'm expecting some early aggression here from Johnnash, maybe using the instant men-at-arms as a kind of a middle thing between a drush and a men-at-arms play. Could be men-at-arms towers, that could be viable on this map, or if he just wants to use that early infantry to stop the, or deny the Japanese fish boost early on. We'll see what Cup brings for us here. It should be a familiar map from the Hidden Cup. Bulgarians definitely with better siege here. Bulgarians have 50% discount on blacksmith and uh, siege workshop technologies, so Bulgarians have a fairly easy way to get to their Imperial Age siege weapons like siege ram, or even I think they even get siege onager, at least onager, and it's all at half price. Probably not going to apply too much against Japanese, but siege ram is always handy to have anyway, especially against Japanese that might go archers. So, bringing in the boards here, Dark Age of Age of Empires 2, nothing to see here. And barracks goes up for the Bulgarians. No extra gold taken, but you only need to take 10 gold for the Bulgarians to make 3 militia and still be able to afford Loom, which is not in yet for Johnnash. Snippy with some scouting here on the enemy side, whereas Johnnash hasn't been scouting Snippy's location yet. But Cup, like many of the Hidden Cup maps, had fixed spawns, so you know that it will be over here anyway. Snippy is already fishing, so with Johnnash's infantry forward here, you could go straight for the fish. You could actually rush the fish income on the Japanese. Now, Japanese fishing ships have extra armor and twice the hit points, but still, when men-at-arms kick in the feud late for Johnnash, they are going to be able to snipe the fish here of Snippy. There's Loom for Johnnash. Might go feud late at 20 pop here, let's see. No dock for Johnnash, so Snippy effectively with a nice eco lead here early on, going to go feud late soon and preemptively walling the woodline as well as Johnnash is scouting his base. Preemptive walls for Johnnash as well, 3 on gold. I guess that indicates an upcoming naval investment or simply a faster castle follow-up here. Going for the mill on the bears as well, now on the way to the feudal age. The militia in production, that's going to be 3 of them. Snippy on point with the scout quite close here to see if there's any movement from the barracks here. I'd say Johnnash's first target should be the fish though, if I can find the dock over here. You might be expecting Snippy to have docked down here. Snippy now right around the edge of feudal age as well, but a bit late with the barracks here. Tasking 2 villagers to build it to hopefully finish not too long after the feudal age can kick in. But Snippy won't have any faster attacking infantry to defend here just yet, as Johnnash sees the barracks going up. Obviously can't deny it behind this. Starting scout being almost sacrificed on the gold here. The men-at-arms pounding away at the lumber camp here. Down goes the scout to builders. Tiny bit of idle gold. Time for Snippy there. Probably not a disaster though. Johnnash should probably consider retasking the men-at-arms over here to deny Snippy of gold, to delay any investment on water. Or the archers follow up here that Snippy is going for yet again. Men-at-arms archers for Snippy again. Well, it did work out in the end for him in the previous game. Is this a trap? Oh, Snippy! Almost! Almost! Nice try. But Johnnash's army control is on point here. Snippy just chilling out with the scout over here and enjoying life. While Johnnash just keeps pounding away at houses here and at very least depraved Snippy of some wood income here, but not significant. 200 something wood still in the bank for Snippy. Will be able to drop a blacksmith immediately as well. That's one of the things about Japanese. They save a bit of wood for every time they make a resource drop-off point, because mills, lumber camps, mine camps only cost 50 wood for the Japanese. And now we have Japanese out for Snippy as well, but Johnnash added a fourth one, eliminating the fact that Japanese infantry attack faster. Now we have 4 vs 2. Snippy will have archers out to deal with this soon enough though. So no blacksmith yet for Snippy, so no fletching anytime soon, but still with the hit and run potential of the archers, these Bulgarians men-at-arms should be cleaned up before they can cause any issues with the fish income of Snippy here. No talk thus far from Johnnash, surprisingly enough. Does not contest the obvious eco advantage of the Japanese on water here. But also looped a couple of men-at-arms around here, so maybe, just maybe we'll get some hits in on some of the food economy here. Snippy with a 7 eco lead here though, but yeah, and the eco upgrade's the same as well. Let's see how Snippy's scout will fare. Is running close to Johnnash's TC, but Johnnash doesn't risk any unnecessary idle time here, just doesn't garrison at all. Skirmishes investment is a good reaction to Snippy's forward, of course. 1 spearman just in case Snippy adds more scouts as well, but that's going to be made quick work of by the archers already forward. Blacksmith on the way up for Snippy with that fletching about to kick in. Neither of them have any blacksmith upgrades for the ranged units yet. Nice tower for Johnnash here, covering both the gold berries and the stone here. Kind of covered in gold at least. But the hugest issue here, and one that Johnnash really needs to contest sooner rather than later, is the fact that the Japanese player is fishing freely here. Huge boost to the food eco should ideally give Snippy even with the Feudal Age Archers investment, a head start to the Castle Age. Alright, skirmishers, archers. How many skirmishers? 5 skirmishers versus 8 archers here. No upgrades for either players. That should still be a decent engagement for Johnnash here, who will be pulling back now that the men-at-arms are joining the fight again. Snippy cleans up the skirmishers nicely there with the men-at-arms, but Johnnash is actually going to beat Snippy to the castle age here, which is confusing to me given the huge fish boom boost that Snippy has been having here. Spearman against the... That's actually... Spearman have a bonus against warships or galleys, but not applying to fish, it seems. And the Japanese fishing ships obviously more tanky as well. It's gonna go down though, at least one of them. Or will it? At least causing Snippy's fish to be slightly inefficient here. 2 docks now for Snippy. More or less freely taking the fish. One fishing ship goes down. Okay, but that's not a huge loss for Snippy. But that cast stage needs to come in soon. Snippy is heavy on the fuel age investment here, with Johnnash soon to be in the cast stage. Should be able to invest into some defensive cripples as well, and for now, having invested heavily into stone, has some very nicely placed defensive towers. Hey, Arsak man, thanks for the donation. Surely Lily and Hallis will appreciate that a lot. And you'll be
show match money.
You'll be happy to know the arena is not in the map pool, but there's a an IKEA arena map called Desert Void that might be providing some clowny strategies. It's called Desert Void. It's basically everything is around your starting base woodlines, and you can wall in between them. But the map favors aggression, because if you go full turtle and wall, it could be punished since you have nowhere to escape. So I like that map for that reason specifically. Sounds like a good map for some siege monk push. You know, that's what someone realized in my open season tournament, that was a good one, so that might happen. We'll see. Hello, wild beast. Stonewall plus tower opponent in Karanrevia gets it. The problem with that map, though, Karanrime, is that the stone is very limited on that map. There's only 4 patches of stone, a total of 2,800 stone on the whole of Desert Void, and it's spread all across the map, so it's not easy to defend. Ooh, nice demo shot. But not enough to stop these Krepos from going up for Johnnash here. Or maybe it is enough to stop the Krepos from going up. Scorpions again from Johnnash. He knows it. That's a good call against the forward here. And thanks to ex-Spy VLX for the follow. Much appreciated. Transport? Oh, that has to be a misclick. Snippy, this has to be a misclick. That must have been a demo ship not becoming, yeah. Oh, pity. Hotkey error. That said, Snippy doesn't like maps that involve waters. I'm actually a bit surprised that Snippy picks... no, wait, this was not Johnnash's pick. Never mind. Never mind. This is not Snippy's home map at all. This is Johnnash's home map. Snippy likes explosions though. Yeah, he's the sniper king. Used to be anyway. Another crab post goes up, and a third crab post on the way. Johnnash isn't messing around here. He's just going straight for the home base of Snippy, going to deny some wood here. Snippy with a defensive tower, but that's actually reachable by the other crab post here that has Bodkin arrow in. Scorpions joining the fight, and they are covered by the crab post here, so you can't easily focus those down. And that third crab post does nothing. It denies farms, it denies wood. It's not that bad. It's just close to the other one just to make sure it goes up. And Snippy is in a pickle here now. It still keeps that eco lead, but remember, quite a bit of that is fish. Johnnash effectively 2 villagers ahead and hasn't invested into a single dock on this water-rich hybrid map, which is confusing to me. Only 4 on stone for Snippy, 105 stone. You can resign again. As the defensive tower goes down, villagers go down as well. This is not looking pretty, Snippy. Relocating to the woodline in the back here. One that could easily be crep-posted again by Johnnash with the cover of the little army that he has. 2 knights, 4 scorpions. Knights could take out the fish eco, actually. At this point. I think that's the plan. And he's covering the middle a little bit here. Alright, Karanime, hope to see you later. This is gonna be a long one. If I can make it through all the 24 hours. TC goes down for Snippy. So you're probably after the DM cast. Yeah, we'll see. So many crepos. Why no Conic Stone? The eco doesn't really allow for that. Oh, Snippy's here with some counter aggression. Sorry, I missed that. There are Japanese knights and scout on the field doing some work here. So Johnnash has been losing some presence to the raids as well. Very much welcome counter raid as Snippy has the sneak stable up in the corner there. Such a sneaky dude. It's mainly stone here for Johnnash. Nobody's taken the middle, and Johnnash also didn't use or succeed in raiding the fish eco. So Snippy could use the market here, sell some food for gold until the gold eco gets back on track here as well. I still favor Johnnash's position here though. So much map control taking with the cripples here. Might have been taking some inspiration from Doubt himself here. But you haven't seen a Doubt cripples thus far in this game. Losing a couple of the 4 villagers here, but Mangonel goes down just like that as well. And this cripples is threatening this TC as mentioned. Snippy getting some kills in here though, but Johnnash with 27 to 9 KD here, both with high idle TC times again, but Johnnash still 6 villagers ahead and with much more map presence. He's even stolen Snippy's farms. Posted 2 games from current patch. Nice. Nice, nice. One ram to roll them all, but there are still villagers inside there. They'll just tear that ram to pieces. I hope Scorpions can't kill this ram. Yo, Johnnash, use your builds. Use the force. Don't wait for the conic, just use the villagers. There they go. Yeah, Snippy is in a pickle here now, losing another town center. It might actually be left with 0 town centers, but this one goes up. Snippy is migrating again, not going to give up easily here. The Scorpions will snipe quite a few builds here now, though, and Snippy down to 24 eco units and only 17 villagers. So what Johnnash needs to do now is to get some conics out and raid this. Use this knight maybe to raid some of the fish as well, and Snippy is left with 0 eco overall. Scorpions will handle their repair villagers here, conics and knights to snipe whatever remains. GG is called by Snippy, and who is down to 3 villagers here. And Johnnash gets the revenge on the home map. Let's see for the stats. Yeah, KD 84 to 27, pretty dominant by Johnnash, killed a lot of villagers as well, basically all of the villagers that Snippy had. Snippy actually with better eco, that's because of the fish boom going more or less interrupted, but food alone doesn't win you the game. So it ends there for Snippy, excuse me. Castle H time 3 minutes ahead for Johnnash, getting those crepos up and not bothering to dock at all at this water-rich map, which I find surprising. But efficient by the looks of it, and this is 1300 to 1500 ELO range, so it's not low ELO either. This is definitely mid ELO. Let's go for the next one. Decider game in this best of 3. Capture H will let me connect. There we go. And the decider map is Snippy's home map. It is Redwood Level 3 Kawasan. We've seen it once already. It's huge with berries in the middle and fish to be taken on either side. Snippy doesn't like the waters, but he likes open maps still, and the water isn't too dominant on this one, like on Nomad or other hybrid style maps where water plays a bigger role. So Snippy here with the Franks going to play the cavalry this time around for sure. Has been playing men-at-arms archers the 2 previous games. Not going to be the case for this one. Forward berry is still not ideal for Snippy here. But this map, although fairly easily walled, it's going to allow for some early aggression by Snippy here. Maybe actually Drush past castle even with the Franks could have some merit here to unlock those knights earlier on. Johnnash has the Ethiopians here, so if Johnnash reaches the castle first, that's going to be an issue for Snippy because of the Ethiopians getting instant pikeman. Lovely back goal there for Johnnash. That is going to make it a lot harder to deny gold access of the Ethiopians archers player here. Faster firing archers for the Ethiopians is also coming very handy. It's essentially Thumbring before Thumbring kicks in, and Ethiopians get Thumbring as well, so they have machine gun archers and 3 pikes. Not the worst counter out there for Frank's cavalry play. Very rush, says Ogdai1. Maybe. It's going to be a rush for the middle for sure, to if not for the food boost of the berries for the Franks, at least for the relics for the continued gold access. Kind of strange to have a map with all the relics in the middle, but maybe taking some inspiration from Wolf Hill, albeit not with 40 relics, but only 5. Players getting some scouting down here. Johnnash just seeing where to wall. Might be looking for some extensive walling here between the woodlands, actually, just to keep the home base safe. Pushing in some Ibex as well, something Snippy hasn't done yet, but then again there's the faster foraging berries for the Frank, 15% faster. Nice dark HP eco bonus for the Franks to benefit from. Thanks for the follow, Darkness Beyonds. I appreciate it. Someone sending me a message on Steam. But yeah, we'll get back to that. Walling already in progress for Johnnash here. Not sure if I should be restating my opinion on walls, but at least he keeps a very convenient hole in the wall for now. Probably not intentional, going to place another palisade there. That's what happens when you wall through the fog of war. If you can't see all the terrain, you're going to be left with that fog of war piece open. Maybe it's a trap. Trap the Frank Scouts investment here. Snippy will even might possibly even see it here. It's covering the middle for now. Still keeping that hole in the wall. IKEA arena indeed. Or IKEA hideout. Another! Why though? It's just intentionally making holes here to lure the scouts in, or... I don't get it. We like open maps so we can wall them off. call this walling? Huh? Huh? Okay, found it. I found one gap. Not this one though. Drink. Not sure if I'll drink any beer today, but if I do, it's probably going to kick in rather quickly this evening. I was intentionally making corridor on the League of Empires match that was in guess. Okay, maybe it's intentional then to lure the scouts in. Just a little debate there. I'm thinking it's more of an oversight though, and I really hope Johnnash notices it before Snippy can send the scouts in. Now Snippy could just camp here until Johnnash has made any spearmen, and Snippy would be free to engage. Please tell me, Snippy, that you see this hole. Yeah, he sees it. He's probably wondering what the hell is going on. That's the most obvious hole I've ever seen. It's like wide open, begging to be entered. 2 scouts. Go for it, Snippy. Exploit the opening. Only 1 second idle takes time for Snippy. This time around seems to have his way around scouts builds here for sure. Johnnash with much more, but come on, Snippy. Is this a capture bug or what? Seriously? Oh, no. Okay, maybe it's a spec bug. Hold on. No? It's not. Unless that is a straggler tree behind. I don't know. Oops. I am confused. Mind games indeed. And Snippy now with a palisade of his own there. Just double checking if that's actually open. Okay, this has to be like an invisible tree or something. I mean, Johnnash is just seconds away from walling behind her. You need to enter now, Snippy. There we go. No, there we don't go. What is this? What is this invisible piece of wall? Okay, it has to be a bug then, if Snippy just isn't... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, there has to be a tree behind. But... Yeah, there has to be some kind of tree, but I can't... I see there's something here. That's probably what Snippy was trying to do then, to palisade trick through it. Yeah, there it is, okay. But yeah, that's why he sent a villager forward. He wanted to chop that and palisade it. But let's see if that's what Snippy is doing here now. Yeah, Farman, that's the plan. And we're 6.5 hours in, so doing okay so far. Almost a third of the way there. Procaster here not seeing the bamboo tree. But that's fucking invisible. In the middle of everything, and Snippy could have palisade chopped it anyway and broken in. But that explained it. The Phyllis says weird that nobody went for water, and I have to agree. There's so much food to be taken here. And Johnnash not stressing out now, will place a house behind here so Snippy's scouts can't enter. Snippy this time around is walling at home, not stressing the walls this game either. but will be opting for some walls here to be safe from Ethiopian's aggressions later on. Castle Age is in for Johnnash though, and the free pikes have entered the field. Is using the fact that his opponent is using small trees for advantage. Maybe. Whoa. Middle TC for Johnnash here. Well, this middle presence is as good as any, but there aren't... here come the pikemen, so it should be fine. The TC will be slightly delayed, but these scouts will also be dying. Snippy will be going Castle Age any second now, and will be entering Castle Age with a stronger economy than Johnnash has. I'd say this is good use of the scouts here. Let's see for the scouting. Snippy knows of the lakes. Johnnash knows as well, but neither of them have docked. Snippy has both buildings, and why the hell haven't you clicked Castle Age yet, Snippy? Is it queued behind the villager maybe? The TC is completely idle. There's the Castle Age. Monastery in the middle now for Johnnash, of course, to collect the relics and maybe to get some monks out to convert enemy units. This is Snippy's home map, but right now it's looking better for Johnnash. Village kill for Snippy, nice. Eco KD at 1-1 now. Snippy entering the Castle Age, but is going to be behind Johnnash in villagers because Johnnash has 2 town centers producing. And yeah, now Garrison's just to finish off his dropping a stable for some reason, wanting to go into camels here maybe. Indeed, it's the camels. Good preemptive calling against the Franks. Snippy with enough stone to drop a castle though, so he might be fortifying his home base here with that stone investment, which is arguably a huge toll on the economy for whatever investment Snippy had planned before this. The mangonels out for Johnnash, and he's okay. Snippy deletes it. Okay, looks like he sniped the castle foundation there for a bit, but Snippy deleted it in time, thankfully, with the spears and camels here to stop that castle from going up. This defensive castle not in a great spot, only protecting farms and wood here. So that's less than optimal. Monks doing work here as well. Is Snippy running out of breath here maybe? Is Johnnash with 40 to 30 here now. Snippy with the defensive castle in a spot, mainly just protecting farm eco here, barely taking in the goal at all. At this point, Johnnash is forcing Snippy to stay in his confinement of his own walls here, and in the meantime he's capitalizing on the eco lead, and it's very likely to go earlier to the Imperial Age here with the economy lead that is in place already. So, a couple of mangonels pushing here. The castle, of course, puts a stopper to mangonels moving further in here, so not the worst castle overall. I take that back. It limits the siege push. Would have to push from this direction in that case, maybe, or the far side, which is far for mangonels to travel. Here comes another castle. So Snippy going to hold with castle defense here. Has some knights out now as well, with only +1 defense. But these are Ethiopians' camels. They don't get bloodlines, so their strength is limited as well. The monks are here for Johnnash though, and with some monk micro here, could be getting some juicy conversions in. Eliminating the numbers here. And I still stand by the fact that Snippy, having invested this heavily into stone and being down in builders, is looking at a very much weaker economy than Johnnash is setting up currently. It's kind of weird to see Ethiopians not massing up ridiculous amounts of archers here, but playing siege and camels and monks instead, but it's working out. Hey, Bree0101. Yes, I'm playing as well. I'm playing in both the gold and platinum division. Platinum mainly to fill spots for equal numbers in the groups, and gold to hopefully have a chance to advance. We'll see. I lost both my first set 2-0. And the next few matches are next week. Snippy finding the back gold here. I'm pretty sure that Johnnash might not have this one scouted, so that's an advantage for Snippy there. Might be able to catch some eco numbers back here, but Johnnash, yeah, both with similar with wheelbarrow here, but now Johnnash going to the Imperial Age will be able to drop a castle maybe in the middle as well, and start pushing the Franks castle with trebs well ahead of Snippy's possibility to reach the Imperial Age. That's far off for Snippy right now. And good luck. Yeah, thanks you. Thanks. Thanks, Bree0101. I'm so sad I'm missing the show matches because I got a stupid work meeting starting now. Oh, hope it won't go on for too long though. This show match starts at 4 o'clock Norwegian time. And you'll hopefully catch the United Nations Hidden Cup later on. Johnnash with some next level play here, not playing the Ethiopian archers at all, but his playstyle is certainly working out here. He's not allowing Snippy to snipe any of the mangonels here, and he's converting knights, chasing knights of Snippy to military for Snippy, 19 for Johnnash, and Imperial Age just 1 minute away. And this is on Snippy's alleged home map here, so... But neither of them have gone for water. Still no water in the... Are they... Do they have fear of water or something? Aquaphobia? I'm gonna cast a whole round of 16 of the 19 Nations Hidden Cup, so that would include my own game as well. But some of my friends will see through me, of course, and probably know that which game is mine. But that is an issue for later. I will try to keep my poker face. Camels. Fully upgraded Ethiopian camels, no bloodlines obviously, so they should still not be a match for example, Ranks Cavalier, but Snippy with only 20 on food, not taking any of the pawns in the middle here. And, no, Arsok, it is my clan. We've had sort of an... I wouldn't say internal, but clan and friends tournament, playing with hidden identities. And it's not yet seen the light of day. I'm going to cast a full round of 16 later later this evening. So round of 16 full best of 3 sets, also with hidden cup maps actually. So we'll be seeing HC3, HC4, Arabia, and some of the other maps like Bay and Cross, among other things. Johnnash with a relentless push here. 2 trebs out, another forward castle up. I don't think there's any way back for Snippy here. The eco is just too weak to withstand this Johnnash with far behind the builders. but Eco alone won't win Snippy the game here. The castles will be going down as quickly as they go up here with the amount of traps on the field. The camels are neglecting knights to enter. Heavy camel even on the way in for Johnnash here. And now 3 traps, some mangonels pushing here. Seems pretty dominant from the red player in this decider game. Okay, the Mangonels might finally get sniped here, but Snippy 40 military against 20 here. Will have to have the defense of a lifetime to withstand this. There are monks still to get conversions in here, and the camels are running in to snipe the knights, the heavy camels no less. They actually match the knights in hit points, and of course they are Imperial units with the best upgrades they can get being Ethiopians here, so they are they might be what closes the game out for Johnnash here. The Trebs and Monks, of course, helping out. It's kind of a fast imp, Monk, Trebs, and Camel push here, but not so fast imp either. Another castle probably will be going up for Johnnash. Maybe over here or something? I don't think there's space. You need to trap down the stables to drop a castle here. No, he found it. Okay, he's fine. If this isn't a get out of my gate castle, nothing is. And Snippy doesn't really stand a chance here. Can't fight the traps because of the monks and the camels. Can't stop this castle from going up because of the monks and the camels. And the traps will take down the last line of defense. The last castle about to go down for Snippy here. A couple of monks might get sniped, but a couple of conversions will kick in as well. And since this is the decider game, Snippy will be holding on for a while yet, but I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look promising. 93 to 64, but Snippy being pushed further and further behind on that. Maybe it's just holding on because of the gold in the back here, but Snippy hasn't been counter-attacking for the last 20 minutes. This is not going to end well for the Norwegian player. GG is called. Johnnash is victorious, as it says on the middle of the screen here. Let's have a look at the stats and soon move on to the Platinum division. Solid army flow here of Johnnash. Hey, Jakey is here as well. Hello. 6023 KD. The economy tab should show, surprisingly enough, Johnnash with the lead, but that's relic gold on its own paid for a lot of that army. Doesn't necessarily need that builder lead. Yeah, I'm trying for the 24 hours. We'll see how long I last, but it's the idea. And let's see the uptimes here. 942 for Snippy, and this straggler tree was what stopped Snippy from entering. It was really difficult to see behind the palisades or in the palisades there, but that's why Snippy couldn't enter. And he was sent that forward villager a little bit too late to chop through. It might not even be allowed. It rules 1556 for Johnnash with his IKEA arena play with the Ethiopians here, taking control of the middle and closing out the game with being the only player reaching the Imperial Age here.